Hello, Goddesses, and a warm welcome to this week's Oracle Messages for week of Sunday, 12th of February. Before we get into those, I invite you to take a deep breath and just reflect on the past week if you feel inclined to do so. I look back at the messages, the Oracle messages specifically for last week, and we had gratitude, we had the symphony. So did you feel coherence last week? Did parts of you come together in the grand symphony of heart, body, mind and soul? And we also had a message about it is what it is. It was about acceptance. So does gratitude, the symphony or coherence and acceptance, does any of that ring true for you for last week? Do you have any insights that may help you? Because hindsight's a great way to learn about intuition too. Maybe there's something from the past week that comes to you now as your mind is refreshed with these messages. So take a moment now, deep breath, allow anything to come up that needs to come up, and you can choose what your insights are from last week. And here we are with this week's Oracle messages. Slightly different this week. When I sat down to prepare and tune in, I was given 5 categories: from the heart, emotions, intuition, conscious mind, and the coherence of those 4 things. So I am using Reclaim Your Intuition. So the first message is about what do we need to know from the heart this week? What does our heart centre need to know? And in a week when we have Valentine's Day, and I don't buy into the concepts and the commercialisation of Valentine's Day, but nevertheless, it's a nice reminder to come from a place of love for those who need it. We have Tangled from the frequency voice. Now, I love this. So there's something, isn't there, about our heart centres being tangled with other people's, because that's how we love and fall in love. We have these tanglements. We are entangled together. But this is just putting us on notice this week and asking us to observe our frequency from our heart centre with the people closest to us that we're tangled with. And are we actually coming from a place of love? Or are we telling them what to do and trying to control them? Because that's not from a place of love. You know those people who say, you know what you should do, don't you? Oh, well, my advice is. So it's being aware of either being around those people or someone you're around who brings that out in you, and you're reminded that is not coming from a place of love. So it's the closest people we're entangled to. It could be family, it could be friends, it could even be people that kind of you work with or collaborate with, a colleague. It's just viewing those entanglements from your heart centre this week and making sure that your communication matches what's in your heart centre for them. It's also guided to ask about how do we manage is not the right word, but how do we navigate our emotions through this week? And it's from the Flow deck, which is beautiful in its silence. So as a result of thinking about the tanglements of heart centres with other people, there may be something that makes you sad. There may be something that you realise no longer really truly resonates with you. You may get angry because you're frustrated with someone and you're trying to give them love and be compassionate with them, and it's just not landing well with them, which is always their issue. It may bring up anger, frustration, concern, sadness. There may be some emotion to that this week. So how do we navigate the emotion? Quiet time. We just spend a little bit of time in silence for 2 reasons. Firstly, to bring ourselves back into our own heart centre, to be grounded and centred for ourselves. And secondly, to have the quiet time to intuitively view the situation. Maybe there's no further action you need to take, but you won't know unless you have the quiet time to consider it. So that's how we navigate the emotions this week, likely emotions that come up for the observations we make about the tanglements from our heart centre. And how do we stay intuitive and connected to our intuition this week? And we're back to the frequency voice and its connections. So how do we stay connected? Well, we just connect. We just do it, for want of a better phrase. This is letting us know that we are, as we embrace our intuition more and more, it becomes so much easier just to stop, breathe, connect, know what to do and move on. Sometimes we have to do this. We have to go to a quiet place in nature, be in silence, create quiet conditions around us. But for our intuition, it's telling us that frequency is there with us all the time. You know, you could be in a group with other people and just, take a moment to just kind of consciously withdraw from being around them in your head, connect in and listen to what intuition has to say. The connection is around you and it is with you at all times. And that's what we need to know this week about our intuition. And what can we do to help our conscious mind through all of this week? So we have the tanglements of the heart, being heart-centered, observing what's going on, feeling the emotions, going into silence, knowing we can connect with intuition whenever we like. This is a lot for the conscious mind to deal with, especially when we're putting intuition ahead of the conscious mind. So what do we do? And we're back with the frequency voice. It's making quite an appearance in this reading. And it's earthly heartbeat. So we have the green colour here of the heart chakra. We've got the heart shape as well. So it's all about love this week. So the earthly heartbeat in spiritual and quantum scientific terms is this band around the universe, the Schumann resonance and the Schumann frequency. And it has a certain frequency and a certain pitch. So what we want our conscious mind to do is to connect that earthly heartbeat. Now, we can't do it exactly. We'd have to be in a certain pattern of brainwave that might take a long time to actually do it. But we can take a shortcut and we can just say to our conscious mind, okay, let's just stop the chatter for a moment about anger, frustration, whatever emotions have come up for us. Let's just stop for a moment and let's just imagine the planet and this band beating around it, this earthly heartbeat. Just imagine it for a while to get yourself grounded and centered again. And that's how we can help our conscious mind this week stop the chatter to help us stay connected to that intuitive space where we need to be. And how do we bring all of that together? How do we bring all those messages for the heart, emotions, intuition and conscious mind together? And it's back to the flow voice and it's receive. So there's a line down here. So this image is in two colours. We have the vibrant green of nature here, and we've got some sun rays, and we have the idea here that the weather and the outlook is not so good and there's rain coming down and you cannot see the view clearly. So it's back to receiving. Last week it was about it is what it is and accepting. Once we accept things as they are, it takes us to the next step to allow us to receive. So we're being told we've got a choice this week. We can choose to see the green and the verdant and the lush, or we can choose to see the rain. It's our choice how we view the world. So the coherence of all these messages is we can choose to view these things positively. I can say we can choose to view these things in our highest good. You see, I can say that straight out without stuttering. We can choose to see these things in our highest good and know that they're helping us navigate the week ahead, helping us be the best we can, helping us work and live from our inner and higher self. Or we can choose to see it all as negative. So we choose our own coherence this week. We can choose to accept these messages and say, these are moving me forward to my highest good. These are going to help me through the week, even though it looks like there's some difficult emotions that may pop up. Or I can see it all as negative. It's your choice to make this week. So those are the messages for this week. And I just wanted to draw your attention to, I did shuffle these, but we have 3 messages from the frequency voice and 2 messages from the flow voice. So the heart, the intuition and the conscious mind are all frequency voices. The tangles, the connections and the earthly heartbeat. And the frequency voice is about the frequency we emit all the time. And we have control over that. The frequency that we emit is this combination of our thoughts, feelings, beliefs, our conscious mind, our intuition, our mood. It's everything about us that we put out in that resonance. So it's really important to pay attention to the frequency you're putting out this week. You know, is it the lush, verdant green one, or are you focusing on the negative? You get to choose your frequency. And the 2 messages from the flow voice are about emotions and about the coherence of all those messages together. So it's frequency and flow this week. if that helps you remember the messages better. It's about consciously and intuitively creating a positive and high vibrational frequency to put out there, and remembering to be in flow. No overexertion, no pushing, no striving. Stay in flow, especially for our emotions and for the coherence of the messages this week. I hope that helps you navigate the week ahead. Next Wednesday, we have the Development Circle for those of you who can make it, and I look forward to seeing you. I think it's on Wednesday. It might be a week on Wednesday. I'll have to confirm. But I wish you a wonderfully intuitive week. Take care. Bye.